Hey guys, so I'm back with a quick little tag video today. I'm going to be doing the Why I'm a Reader tag. I just saw somebody else do it, so I was like, that looks fun. Let's do it. So this tag consists of only 7 questions, and it just has to deal with being a reader. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Kitty! Are you gonna come say hi? I found a visitor. Look how cute he is. He's so mad at me. He doesn't like me. No. This is my sister's cat. His name is Mr. Peabody. Because I couldn't convince you to change his name after we got him. But he's adorable, and he's a butthole. Aren't you? Oh my god, look how cute you are. He also hates kisses. Number 1 is choose a word that describes being a reader. For me, I would have to say adventurous, because you know that overused quote that everybody knows is a reader lives 1,000 lives, and that is so true on so many levels because each book is a new adventure, and that's like one of my favorite things about reading is just getting to go all over the world and then into other worlds and just like experience it and feel like I'm part of what's going on. Number 2 is what is the very first book you fell in love with? Now, if we're gonna have to go like way back, because I don't know if you guys do this in other states, but in Texas, they have required reading through middle school, from elementary school through middle school. So you read these books, and then you take these online tests, and you get points in like, based on like your reading level or whatever, and how many like points books you read. You have like a set number you had to reach at the end of it each 6 weeks, and so, like, everybody was forced to read, and I honestly think that's why half the people, like, I've gone to school with and stuff really hate reading, is because they were just, like, so forced to read, and then we got to high school and we didn't have to do it anymore. I think that may be why. So if we're going, like, way back, I would probably have to say Magic Tree House, because we read a lot of Magic Tree House for my school, but also, like, I had my mom go out and buy me Magic Tree House books, just because I loved all the adventures with Jack and Annie so much. But if it's more like ones I, like, actually got into reading and wanted to read in my own free time, I'd probably have to go with Percy Jackson. Because definitely, like, I know I've said it a million times, that Percy Jackson is what's gotten me into reading and, like, wanting to read, and it's also turned me into wanting to be a writer. Because Percy Jackson just gave me this kind of escape growing up that, like, I am so thankful that I had, and I want to be able to do that for other people. Question number 3 is hardcover or paperback, and this is a very controversial topic. Everybody has their own ideas. I like both, to be honest. Preferably, I like hardback because I think they look really nice on shelves and are beautiful to show off. However, they are a pain in the ass to, like, read and, like, take places to read. So that's why I prefer paperback, because I can read my paperback anywhere and I don't have to really worry about it, because like my paperbacks I'm more rough with than I am with my hardbacks. Like, I throw them against walls depending what's happening in the story, how mad I am at a character or the author. So I like both. They both have, you know, the pros and cons to it. If it's for displayment purposes, definitely hardback, and also hardbacks are just always so freaking gorgeous, especially when you take the just jacket off and the underneath is just beautiful. But paperback is just easier for traveling. Number 4 is how has reading shaped your identity? I honestly feel like reading has kind of helped me discover myself, because as we all know, as readers, when we're reading a story, we always seem to find a little bit of ourselves in a lot of characters that we read, or pieces of ourselves that we wish we were. So it kind of helped me discover myself and decide who I wanted to be as a person. And so I try to like think of some of my favorite characters and like how like bold and everything they are, and that's how I try to be in my personal life. However, I'm not necessarily like that, because honestly, in like real life, like outside of like my family and my friend group, I'm a very shy person. I don't really talk. I keep to myself. And so through reading, I've really tried to like take on those aspects of being like more outgoing and more outspoken. Question number 5 is what books do you read when you need to be comforted? I know I've mentioned before I don't read a lot of contemporary. However, I feel like I like to read the fluffy contemporary when I need to be comforted. However, I also read some of these the really depressing ones, you know, people struggling with things, because that's just like, in that moment, I feel like I need to know there's somebody else out there that's like feeling the way I do. Maybe it's not the same situation, but I'm such a depressing person. When I'm sad, I listen to sad music. When I'm sad, I read sad books. Just because, I don't know, it makes me feel better about like being that way, I guess. I don't know how to fit this, but yeah, so like sad contemporary books when I need to be comforted, because when you're already sad, why not make yourself sadder? Number 6 is Who Taught You to Be a Reader, and for this one, I'm gonna go with my 7th grade language arts teacher, Mrs. Cates. Honestly, she's one of my favorite teachers in the entire world. She was so sweet, and she was so funny, and she really did love her job. And she is the one that like made us excited for reading. She's actually the teacher that had us read Percy Jackson, because we read it for a class book, and then after that, like, I just fell in love with the world, and I had to go and pick up the other books, and like I was just like constantly reading in that class, and like I don't know, like she's just the one that kind of like sparked me like wanting to read and like having fun reading. So definitely Mrs. Cates. Like, I am forever grateful. And honestly, when I do get published, if I ever do get published, you bet your ass you're getting a dedication at some point. I will remember this. I'm gonna give it to you, and I'll try to track you down and send you a copy. You're probably never gonna see this video, but thanks a lot. Number 7 is describe your dream reading lounge. My dream reading lounge is a library full, like, just like walls, all of the walls with like floor to ceiling bookshelves, like just stacked with books on books on books from like everywhere, every genre, and like these nice big like comfy chairs, like kind of like scattered like out in the middle, and like, you know, you can talk. And also, I actually saw this picture on Pinterest the other day. Somebody has a hanging library, so there's like a sitting area, and you go up these stairs, and it's like hanging on this like, and there's like a catwalk you can walk around, and like that would be super awesome. So, you know, if I ever become rich and become a billionaire, famous like New York Times bestselling author, like my hopes and dreams and aspirations are, we'll see if I ever get there, you bet your ass I'm gonna have a hanging library in my house. And I'm also gonna have like an actual library in my house. Like, literally, like, I'm so obsessed with having a library. If you guys want to do this tag, then consider yourself tagged and go do it and have fun. Comment down below who taught you to be a reader. I would love to hear all of your responses about this and everything. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me. Also, all of my social media links are down below if you want to friend me or follow me or whatevs. Until the next video, I'm Chrissy. Goodbye!